Alola everyone, and welcome to the beginning of the end for Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon. After last episode, we made it here to the top of Mount Lanakila, where of course Alola's very own Pokemon League awaits. And today we're going to be taking on that very challenge, the Elite Four of Alola, as well as the champion, who I'm very excited to find out who it actually is here in Ultra Sun and Moon. Guys, I can't believe it, but we finally made it to the ending. Over 6 months in the making for this playthrough, and here we are atop Mount Lanakila, where of course a familiar face is waiting for us. Whoa, you've come a long way. I was just talking about that. You've made it through all the trials and grand trials that make up the Island Challenge. Congratulations! Aren't you cold, Kukui? No, I'm fine. My soul burns hot. Yeah, hotter than a blast burn even. Interesting. Just one thing left for you to do. Take on the Pokemon League. This is where the real fun starts. Oh yeah. Mount Lanakila is where we've always finished up the Island Challenge. We built our Pokemon League right up here, as high into the heavens as we could get, to show our respect for our legendary Pokemon, and to honor it. Makes sense. Gotta reach for the stars. Or sun and moon, or whatever. I still remember it like it was yesterday. It went all the way to Indigo Plateau, yeah. Right to the Pokemon League headquarters. And I went right at them, cousin. Those gym leaders in Kanto really messed my team and me up. But then I saw my team battling for me through it all, pouring their souls into their moves for me. And then that last guy, that dragon user in the cape. Ooh, we know who he's talking about. Enough about me. Let's get you in there, yeah. Oh, guess no name drop. Before you head in though, make sure you're good and ready. You won't be able to come back out. That's right, it's a final gauntlet of every Pokemon game. We've got to take on 4 trainers back to back, and our Pokeball's shaking wildly. What? Primarina popped out? Well, this is a pretty cool twist. We've got our very own starter Pokemon Navy here, out and about, as our character nods in approval. It's time to take on the Pokemon League. Our starter is ready, the rest of our team is ready, and looking back at our first partner, the first Pokemon we ever chose in our adventure, we're reminded of how far we've come. Indeed, guys, it's been way too long since we started this playthrough, and I know a lot of you have been anxiously waiting for this moment, and here we are at last. The Pokemon League. Are you ready? Asks Rotom. And although I'm a little bit nervous, I am definitely ready to win. So let's find out if anyone can stand up to us as we head into the Pokemon League. Here we go, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, 4 trainers. Every Pokemon League in every region all over the world features 4 fantastic trainers called the Elite Four. That's right, every single region has their own specialized 4, and this time around, they're looking a little bit different from when they did, or how they did in Sun and Moon actually. Well, just one of the rooms actually looked a little different, so we'll see what's going on with that. But you'll win your way past every last one of them. You can't leave until you do, or until you give up. And I'm definitely not giving up. It's too late to turn around now, guys. Naganadel can sense when its trainer's nervous. Stay loose, you'll be fine. Oh no, Sticky can actually see through my facade. He can tell that I'm actually a little bit nervous. I expect you to show me some intense moves and real heart-stopping battles in there. Good luck, Orange Naganadel. Why do you gotta call out Naganadel and make me say such a complicated name, Kukui? I really hope I'm saying that right. But speaking of Naganadel, aka Sticky, let's check out the team, the final 6 members that will be taking on this Elite Four. So first up is Naganadel, which I still don't know if I'm saying that right, but got Dragon Pulse, Nasty Plot, Flamethrower, and Sludge Bomb. I decided to check out all the TMs that we had saved up throughout our adventure and upgraded all the moves of our Pokemon, so got Flamethrower and Sludge Bomb there on Sticky, as well as the Poisonium Z, which you can notice there. I think I've got 3 Z crystals on the team. So moving along to Darwin, holding that Scope Lens to power up the critical hits of that Leaf Blade with the Swords Dance. And I also went and added Iron Tail because there's some pesky fairy types and other types out there that we didn't really have any steel and we don't really have any steel Pokemon, so I thought Iron Tail would be pretty strong considering Darwin has such a high attack stat. So moving on to the special attack stat though, we've got Primarina, who you can see I've actually given the choice specs, so gonna be an even bigger threat in the special attack, but only use one move at a time before switching out. So we got Ice Beam, Psychic, Sparkling Aria, and Moonblast, all very powerful attacks. Just got to make sure we choose correctly. Loba here with the Lycanium Z finally gave over that special Z crystal that Lycanroc has, and although it doesn't have the best nature, does have some really powerful attacks with Stone Edge and Iron Head, another steel move I went ahead and taught her. But next up, we've got another fantastic female on the team, Bindi, the Crocodile, who I think I just taught Low Kick and already had Earthquake recently learned. With the Darkinium Z, of course, looking to put out some damage. Last but not least is Nani, the Alolan Marowak, one of our first team members alongside Navy, and I don't think I actually changed anything aside from getting that Shadow Bone attack, so finally we have a Ghost-type move on Nani. It took us long enough, but there it is, and that is going to be the team to take on this final challenge of Alola for the second time here in Ultra Sun and Moon. And Orotom, of course, one last time has some advice that we don't need, so we're just going to ignore it and step into the first room, which, as I mentioned, is a little bit different than it was back in the original days of Sun and Moon. We've actually got an entirely new member of the Elite Four, Molayne. Hey, how's it going, Mo? Or should I say me? I don't know. I have an ongoing theory that Molayne was based off my real life, but I'm not really sure that would hold up if we asked Game Freaks, so let's just move on. Kukui asked me to, so I decided to be in the Elite Four. I'm looking forward to battling against you and Sophocles in the Pokemon League. And of course, you guys remember Molayne is a user of Steel-type Pokemon, so let's get ready to rumble against the first Elite Four. Scratching his head? Is he, like, nervous or not sure? Nothing to be worried about though, because Molayne is definitely no man to be messed with his steel types, like I said. A type that's super defensive usually, but can also pack a punch. And we're starting off the battle. I actually kind of forgot to switch out my Pokemon, so we're going to have Sticky leading off the party. Not exactly the best against steel type Pokemon, but we'll figure something out, and hopefully I'll remember to actually put the proper Pokemon in the lead for the next battle. But for now, looks like we're going to have to switch out against Klefki, Molayne's first Pokemon, and I feel like my best bet is probably Bindi. We could have gone for Nani as well, and Flare Blitzed it, probably just destroyed its life actually, but I don't think Klefki has anything that it can really hit us with, going for the Flash Cannon there. And even though it is a Fairy type, and Bindi's kind of weak to that being a Dark type, I really don't think Klefki's going to have any Fairy moves. Like, Klefki usually just, sets up Swagger, Spikes, and all that other good stuff. I actually kind of forgot what other moves Klefki usually carries, but I remember using it a little bit at the beginning of the Sun and Moon competitive scene because it does have that prankster ability, so it can use status sailing or just non-attacking moves with priority. So yeah, able to get those spikes out, but didn't really stand a chance against the Earthquake. So next up is going to be Metagross, and even though we could leave Bindi in, maybe go for some more Earthquakes, I feel like we got to switch it up a little bit against this guy because it is Metagross. And actually, Psychic type doesn't affect Dark. I don't know why I was thinking about that being a problem for Bindi somehow, but I'm going to go ahead and misclick the Shadow Bone, which is just amazing, as Metagross goes for a Zen Headbutt, and I wonder if this will actually even do some decent damage. Whoa! Never mind, misclick, what? That was definitely intended, as it was super effective and almost takes down Metagross in one hit, but not quite so. Of course, Molayne's going to go for the full restore, just like a lot of these Elite Four like to do. I think each of them can use up to 2 full restores, maybe just 1. I don't know, this is kind of a thing I'm making up from experience, but I feel like most of the time Elite Four can only really heal, or only decide to heal one of their Pokemon with a full restore. But who knows, it might be 2 of them. We'll find out, as Nani is learning Retaliate, and I am not a big fan of that attack, so I'm not going to go for it now. Instead, we're going to take on Molayne's third Pokemon, the Dugtrio. And that thing is definitely at least half ground type. I mean, I know it's an Alolan Dugtrio. They got that steel nowadays, but should still be, you know, good old ground type like the original Dugtrio. And that means that Navy can most likely handle it with Sparkling Aria. Although there are 3 of them, so there's multiple ones to handle. I don't know if handling is still the right word, but you know what I'm trying to say. Sparkling Aria, let's go. Let that hair loose, Navy, and blast him in the face. That is going to be a one-hit KO. I'm literally going to try to get one-hit KOs on most of these Pokemon because, like I said, the Elite Four are no joke, man. If you even give them a chance to think that they're stronger than you, they will definitely seize that chance and take over. So we're not going to give them any chances today. And I know I'm acting all like this is actually super challenging. And even though it's really not the most difficult thing in the world, it's no joke compared to most of the battles we've had in this game so far. Well, that's actually kind of rude to most of the trainers that we've battled. Not to say that the battles weren't fun, they were just not the most challenging thing out there, you know? Anyway, Magnezone with the Flash Cannon is, actually almost going to take out Bindi, but not quite. So let's go switch it up a little bit with the low kick, and it's not going to go for another Forrestor, or rather, Molayne is. So I think my theory of them only going for one healing item usually is standing true, at least for now. But B-Sharp is going to be the next Pokemon, and although we do have low kick, which is 4 times super effective, I don't think it's the heaviest Pokemon, and I don't think we're faster than it either, so I guess we'll find out. We're risking it all, and we're winning it all. Holy moly. Oh, never mind. Wow. Guess I should have seen that coming. We barely left it alive, of course, and now someone else has got to come out here and finish the battle for us. But who's actually faster than B-Sharp? Probably most of our Pokemon because he's a Steel type, but I feel like my Pokemon aren't really that fast. And Loba actually has a nature that apparently lowers speed, so that's definitely not good. But at this point, any attack should do it, so let's just click the crunch and finish it off. Critical hit, too. Definitely unnecessary there, but, you know, I'll welcome any critical hits. Always welcome, and that is it for Molayne. That Kukui, he certainly found an interesting trainer for me to face. Yep, you had to face yourself. That could be something super deep, like you gotta face your fears, you know, face your own inner demons or something like that, but no, I'm just making a joke, still on the fact that I am Molayne somehow. Kukui made trainers who he thought were strong into members of the Elite Four, but he didn't choose any challengers. He's waiting for a fresh breeze to blow through Alola. Ah. Could that mean there actually isn't a champion yet? Kind of like in the original Sun and Moon. I guess there was a champion battle, technically, but there wasn't really a champion in Alola, so you actually get to be the first one, which I thought was a really cool twist for the Pokemon games, because you always become the champion, but there's never been a region where you actually get to be the champion, you know, even in the post-game. Like in this game, you get to have other people come up and challenge you once you become champion. Anyway, next challenger is none other than Olivia, the Rock Kahuna. Welcome to the Rock Chamber. Olivia, the Kahuna of, I forgot what island, but she is gonna rock our soul with the impressive intro that all of these guys have, setting up the battlefield, of course, with their typing or whatever. Would actually be kind of cool if each Elite Four chamber had effects for their certain typing, as I'm also just remembering that we definitely gotta heal our Pokemon, so give me a second. There we go, nice, healed up and ready to take on Olivia. No introduction needed here, time to battle me. Oh, guess we're cutting right to the chase, so I don't even get to talk about my cool Pokemon suggestions. Like, imagine how sick it would be if each of the Elite Four's arenas actually powered up their typing. Like, I guess there's not really a weather for each typing, but Rock type could have like Sandstorm, or Ice type could have Blizzard, and I'm sure they could make up other stuff like Electric terrain and Misty terrain. I don't know, it'd be kind of cool and make the Elite Four challenge a little bit more difficult, but I guess it wouldn't really be fair if you thought about it from a lore perspective. Like, the challenger would be at a kind of disadvantage. Either way, Armaldo is actually her first Pokemon, and I'm glad we actually put Leafeon up first in the party, or I guess I chose to, but, oh, maybe not, as he goes for the X-Scissor, and we actually didn't barely finish it off there, but is he actually going to go, or is she going to go for another Full Restore? Oh, I guess not, so whatever, let's finish it off with another Iron Tail. I was actually kind of thinking about going for a Swords Dance there. We could actually set up on Darwin and maybe sweep through all of Olivia's team, because of course she is a master of Rock-type Pokemon. And with the Iron Tail plus Leaf Blade, we should be able to take on almost every single Rock Pokemon I can think of. Like, she might have a Cradilly, which is half Grass type, so Leaf Blade wouldn't work, but then Iron Tail would still work. So yeah, I feel like Darwin is definitely prepared to handle any Rock types that he can. And her next Pokemon is actually going to be Gigalith, summoning up the Sandstorm, so actually kind of living up to that little suggestion that I said earlier of them all having their own unique battlefield. But it actually missed his attack there. I didn't even know what he went for, Stone Edge or something. Thankfully it missed though, and we get 2 critical hits, I'm pretty sure. How many criticals hits have we gotten in this Elite Four overall so far? It feels like a lot, but I'm not counting. I'm just crossing my fingers that more of them happen, and this experience goes as smoothly as it can for us. It's kind of hard to be smooth when you got a sandstorm in your face, though. But Olivia's next Pokemon is actually going to be her ace, her star, Lycanroc in the Dusk form there. And while I would have loved to bring out our own Loba and have a sick, you know, wolf-on-wolf battle, I think I'm going to skip out on it. And oh no, we missed the Iron Tail, which means that Lycanroc is actually going to go for his Z power. Each of the Elite Four actually have one Pokemon with a Z power, and we didn't get to see Molane's. But we're definitely going to get to see Olivia's here as Lycanroc goes for the Continental Crush. And I'm sorry, Darwin, but you're going to be a little bit flattened after that one. And flatlining as well. But we've got plenty more Pokemon that are also good against Rock type. Actually, most of our team, it seems like we're ready to handle the Rock type Pokemon in this playthrough most of the time. I guess that's what happens when you pick a Water as your starter, or Water type starter. Anyway, Sparkling Aria, let's go. You all know what it does. Let that hair loose and blast him into the next dimension. Could have been Darwin doing that, but I don't know. I guess we had to get Z moved at some point. And we also actually missed our Iron Head there, so that was kind of annoying. But Cradilly is actually going to be coming out next. And that was the Pokemon I was a little bit worried about because it is Grass and Rock. It's only weak to a couple of typings. Actually, it was weak to Ice, so I could have totally stayed in on Primarina and gone for an Ice Beam there, but I don't know. Nani is out here now. It's too late. It's time for the Flare Blitz, which is actually neutral effective, so I don't even know why I decided to switch for Nani. Maybe because Cradilly is Grass, and I was kind of scared of a Grass attack. But it's also Rock, so it could totally just go for a Rock move and destroy us. And I guess it did go for a Rock move, but not one that can really destroy us or anything. It went for Stealth Rock, so I guess that means we can go for one more Flare Blitz. And Cradilly, even though I was really worried about it actually, because I can never remember what it's weak to, goes down pretty easily. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's weak to Fighting, Steel, Ice, and maybe one more type, Bug or something. Might be wrong on that last one, but anyway, her final Pokemon is going to be Probopass, which I believe is Rock and Steel. So this Flare Blitz is still not going to be super effective, but Stomping Tantrum definitely is. 4 times super effective, actually, so I'm hoping this can take it out, and it's got Sturdy. 2 Pokemon with Sturdy so far in the Elite Four. We had Molane's Magnezone, and now Probopass, I guess. Is it really summoning Sandstorm again? Mr. Potato Head, Mario mustache looking tiki head totem pole thing. I really don't know how to describe Probopass. I feel like I'm just roasting it now, but it goes for a full restore, or Olivia does on it. Anyway, I guess that means that Sturdy actually works again, so that's kind of annoying. But we all know this battle is basically over. One more Stomping Tantrum will eventually take it down, and that is going to be it for the Sexy Kahuna, as I've kind of called her a couple of times. I don't know if she approves of that, by the way. I feel like this is one of those anime relationships where the guy is just super annoying, keeps on hitting on that cute girl, but she just will not pay any attention to him at all. And it just becomes embarrassing after a while. Like, dude, you gotta stop trying at some point. That's me and Olivia's relationship, basically. I don't see the same look in your eyes that I saw when we first met on Akala Island. Have you had some experiences that you'll carry with you in your heart forever? Well, it's time for you to move on. I guess so. We've been through a lot, not just in this playthrough, but in life and on YouTube and in general. Here in Alola, it's been a pretty rough time. What with Necrozma trying to steal the light and everything. Anyway, we've got another 2 more Elite Four to take on. We're halfway there, and you guys should be all too familiar with this next member, as we've actually seen her a couple of times throughout the playthrough. So let's step up and see Saroja. Hiya, bringing an old royal touch to the Pokemon League. Yes, one of my favorite Elite Four, just because she actually got some time to get her story developed throughout the playthrough. We got to learn a little bit about her personality, and I feel like that always makes for a more interesting match when you actually know the character. It's like the stakes are more personal in a way. Anyway, I gotta heal up my Pokemon yet again, but Rotom, this is no time to be moping around, dude. We're at the Pokemon League, and do you ever read those trainer tips you see posted here and there? Not if you're delivering them. Oh, I like to go about things your own way, huh? But you still like having me around. Yeah, because I wasn't totally just talking about you, Rotom, but I guess he was talking about the actual trainer tip signs. Anyway, I gotta heal up. And for this battle, I've gone ahead and put Nani, I think, to lead the party, being our own ghost Pokemon, and Saroja being a master of ghosts. Might not have actually been my smartest move, but Nanu said maybe he can't refuse a Tapu choosing him to serve as Kahuna, but he'd be darned if he had to serve as one of the Elite Four just because some guy asked him, so I guess I'll just have to battle hard enough to make up for his not being here. Oh, so Nanu was originally meant to be the Elite Four, kind of like how Hala was originally in Sun and Moon, but whoa, whoa, whoa! The twirls are too much to handle, and she strikes a little cute pose at the end. It's time to take on Saroja, who was of course the ghost type trial captain, now been promoted to Elite Four, the youngest member here, and of course she is a master of ghost Pokemon, so let's ghost! I'm sorry I did that. Anyway, she's starting off with Bayonet, and I really hope Nani is faster, because otherwise, oh, never mind. Nani is of course like one of our slowest Pokemon, so I don't know why I always put so much pressure on her to be quicker. Just gotta focus on the power, and the power comes through with the Shadow Bone. Taking down Bayonet, no problem. So I guess it wasn't really too bad to have Nani leading the party, as she's actually going for Palossand next, and I feel like that's actually her main Pokemon. Well, her ace, her strongest. I don't know, I've always called it ace Pokemon, but I think that's a term that I literally made up. Well, I didn't make it up, but people in the community did at some point, and it's just kind of stuck. Like, the ace Pokemon, kind of like the starter, but for the enemy, you know? Like, obviously, my ace Pokemon would be Primarina. Palossand would kind of be Saroja's, but not living up to that ace Pokemon hype, because it gets completely obliterated by the Leaf Blade there, and she's actually going out to Frostlass next. Not sure who to go for on this one, because Bindi is definitely weak to Ice, and Nani is weak to Ghost and super slow. So maybe Loba is actually our best bet, as she also has that Crunch, and Stone Edge is actually super effective against Ice. So I think everything should be nice and easy here, as there's the Frostlass. I love that Pokemon though, because I don't know why, I don't think I'm the only one either, but Glalie is just such a weird evolution to Snorunt. Like, I guess it's just a weird Pokemon in my opinion in general, because it's literally a floating head, and I'm not a huge fan of floating head Pokemon, as you might have noticed with Probopass earlier, but hopefully this time we can break through the Lucky Duckies and hit the Stone Edge. Are you kidding me? We're doing so many checks right now. Like, we have to first of all miss the Blizzard, then get through the confusion, and then also hit our Stone Edge, which is pretty low accuracy, and oh my gosh, we did it all, boys and girls. We hit the Stone Edge, and Frostlass is going to be going down. We even got hit by the Blizzard there and tanked it out like a boss. Good job, Loba, as Delmise is going to be her next Pokemon. And actually, now that I think about it, this might be more of her ace Pokemon. I don't know, I consider probably the one that has the Z move to be her ace, and I'm really not sure on her team. I feel like it was Palossand, so that's long gone, and now we've just got to deal with this Anchor thing. Ghost and Grass type, of course. I haven't really gotten to use Delmise in a team, but we had a similar Pokemon with Decidueye also being Ghost and Grass. It's kind of weird they actually introduced both, or the only two Grass Ghosts ever in the same generation. A little bit of wasted potential there, I feel like, but, or I guess like they could have saved it for later. I don't know. Drifblim is coming out as her last Pokemon though, and even though Nani is like super low HP right now, I feel like we can handle it. Though we might need a little bit of healing, so let me actually put all these full restores I bought into use for once and go for it. I don't know what the little Cool Whip hat wearing balloon thing is gonna be going for here, but apparently it's Ominous Wind, barely, well, gonna do less than half damage, so we can definitely survive at least one more, and I guess it doesn't matter because Cool Whip Head's about to go for Amnesia. And I really don't know why I keep calling Drifblim that. I feel like I had a Drifblim way long ago named Cool Whip, but I would always say Cool Whip because, I don't know, saying whip like that sounds weird, and I like it when things sound weird. I'm speechless. You've done me in. Oh no. She was like way too shocked at the result of that battle. Like, have you not been paying attention to what's been going on this whole playthrough? I mean, you literally helped me stop Necrozma. You should know who I am at this point. Phew. Well, there goes my hope of beating you to smithereens and becoming champion myself. Really then, I guess that makes sense, because even though Kukui chose the Elite Four based off the experience they already had, any of them could also become champion, technically. We could have ended up being the person in this room forced to use a certain type of Pokemon. I'd probably pick electric type though, just because I love me some electric types, and actually there's already an electric type trial captain, so I don't think they'd accept me. But 3 down and 1 more Elite Four to go, and this is the surprise one, or I guess just the one you wouldn't recognize, because who the heck is this lady? Here you are. Why don't we see who the winds favor today, you or me? And may the odds be ever in your favor. Although if you got the wind blowing the odds in your favor, then it's kind of cheating. Anyway, this is Kahili, the flying type master of Alola. I think we actually saw her once at some hotel before, like during the playthrough. And I think it was during a side quest, so she really hasn't been a part of the story at all so far. But Alola and Alola once again, my name is Kahili. A few years ago, I was a champion of the Island Challenge too, just like you. I've been traveling the world to improve my skill as both a trainer and as a golfer. When I heard that they'd made a Pokemon League in my own home region, I came flying back to serve Alola. Have a look at my fantastic flying type team! Let's go sky high as we take on the final Elite Four member, the elusive, golfing, bird enthusiastic lady, Kahili, who also enjoys crouching down for cute poses. And, oh, never mind, that's a bit more of an angry pose in that one. Anyway, her first Pokemon is going to be Braviary, and that's actually a really cool throwback to Unova. Maybe showing off the fact that she has traveled all over the different regions. She might just show us bird Pokemon from all over the different regions. But Braviary is going to start things off here with a little bit of Unovan spirit. I was about to say American, because every time I see a Braviary, I can only think of, like, the American bald eagle. I mean, it's even got, like, the flag colors and everything. But despite the Brave Bird doing a bunch more damage than I thought, the Stone Edge will hit and take it down, no problem. So, Kahili not off to the best start. But our next Pokemon is actually going to be Hawlucha, which I don't remember or don't think she had back in the original game. They've added a whole bunch more of Kalos Pokemon here in Ultra Sun and Moon. So keeping up that Kalos tradition, we got Hawlucha out here, which is of course a flying and fighting type. I think the first one of its kind. And even though we could go for Psychic, Ice Beam, or Moonblast apparently, we've got 3 moves that are super effective against it. Moonblast is definitely the best option and just our most damaging attack. Was not expecting a poison jab from it though, that's for sure. But I'm assuming this Moonblast will be more than enough to take it down, so don't really have to worry too much about the fact that Navy is poison. I don't think we're really going to be using Navy all that much in the rest of this battle. Though she does have Ice Beam, which can, or he does have Ice Beam, which can be pretty helpful against flying type Pokemon, so gonna get hurt a little bit more by the poison, and Manda Buzz is actually coming out next. You know what? Navy, you're gonna be helpful right here, right now. And it doesn't even have anything to do with Ice Beam, because Manda Buzz here is actually a half dark type, meaning that Moonblast will be very super effective if we can survive a blow. Oh my, what? That was so close. 3 HP on the Navy and survives, which means this Moonblast is definitely gonna wreck Manda Buzz's world. Although the poison is probably gonna take us down at the end of it all. Oh. Not before Bindi gets a level up, though. And learning Outrage. What is this? Huh? Well, even though we recently got a Dragon type in Sticky, or Naganadel, Outrage is probably a way better move than anything that Sticky has got right now. So I'm definitely picking that up. Especially considering I barely ever use Swagger. If ever. I feel like I've literally never used it this playthrough. But Navy goes down. A little bit unfortunate. But it's for the greater good, because Kahili here is actually sending out Oricorio next. I was about to say she only has 2 Pokemon left, and we still got 5, so definitely got the odds in our favor. And also got a little lucky that I sent out Loba there, because Oricorio here, at least in this form, is actually a fire flying, I believe. So this Stone Edge is going to hurt it even more than it probably would have normally. So even though you went for the Feather Dance there, not really going to help you out. It was a nice dance though. I enjoyed myself. Hope you guys enjoy yourselves as well. If you did, make sure to hit that like button for the finale. Oh my gosh. I feel like I haven't asked for likes in like a while now, or since I made the comeback to try to finish this series, but I don't know. I feel like YouTubers say that enough to where people kind of get it at this point, you know? If you guys enjoy the content, definitely leave a like and support your favorite YouTubers. And if you don't, then, oh geez, get ready for the two-cannon beak, because I've just... Oh, never mind. Definitely didn't misclick, as the Thunder Punch one-shots the two-cannon there, and it was definitely feeling ready for that beak blast. Like, wow, I was ready for the beak blast. To hit, that is. But the Thunder Punch was too much. It's frustrating to me as a member of the Elite Four, but it seems your strength is the real deal. I still have no idea who you are, lady, but thanks for the battle. And that is it, guys. The final member of the Elite Four has been taken down, which means that we've got one last battle here at the Pokemon League. You know, I think you'll bring a breath of fresh air to the Alola battle scene. I was honestly annoyed when Kukui kept pestering me to come here, but I'm glad I did. Wow, so she didn't even want to be an Elite Four. Alright, get this lady out of here, man. Let me take her spot. I'm trying to be an Elite Four. Well, actually, I'm trying to be champion, so scratch that. Let's move on to the final room, as the professor has mysteriously disappeared. I wonder who our final challenge will be. Before we do that, though, Rotom, first of all, you gotta cheer up, dude. Like, this is really not the time, and I've also got to heal up our Pokemon, so... Let's go, everyone. Stepping into the middle portal will teleport us to the final staircase, and I am all too familiar with this room. Is this really a room? I don't know. It's a little too open out here. Like chamber, I guess. Anyway, this is the throne room of the champion of Alola. After way too long of a journey to complete this game, it's time to press A and take our rightful spot as champion of Alola. But wait, there's more, because Kukui is here yet again? Oh yeah, now you're the Pokemon League champion! No! Wouldn't it be nice if it was that simple? The truth is, there's one more person you have to battle if you want that title. Wait. Is it you? And of course that trainer is me! Woo! Just kidding, wait, what? Oh my gosh. Are you serious, Kukui? It's me! You know what? Something kind of hit me after I finally beat my old Gramps in an all-out serious battle. You're kind of my hero, Orange. You and your team are, I mean. And because I really look up to you, I really want to have a serious battle against you. I really want to be able to win against you, because it's way more fun when Pokemon and their trainers are all friends and get along. Then they can do something really amazing. That's right, Hau. Believe in your Pokemon and believe in yourself, and it'll take you places. And it has taken this kid far enough to challenge us for the champion spot in the final battle of Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon. I am so hyped, guys. Holy crap. It's Pokemon Trainer Hau. Wow, I was actually not expecting that, because legit Kukui was standing front and center and literally said, it's me that you have to face. What the heck, dude? And this music and everything has got me so pumped up, but I gotta say, I am not too excited to see Raichu as his first Pokemon, and Alolan Raichu at that, so it's super quick, and also got that half Psychic type. Still electric though, like regular old Raichu, which means that Navy is not gonna have the best of time taking a hit from it. So let's swap out to Nani, our other N-named Pokemon. I guess we had Natural a little bit ago, but now we only got the two, Nani and Navy, the dynamic duo. And thanks to that lightning rod there, totally predicted by the way, gonna be able to absorb any electric hits. Not quite able to absorb the psychic hits though, or are we? That was a critical hit too, and Nani just ate it up, barely surviving actually, so it's okay though. The Shadow Bone comes through, and that's definitely gonna take down Raichu, who was enjoying himself a little bit too much on that tail surfboard thing. But that was just Hau's first Pokemon, and it looks like next he's going to be sending out a Tauros. I did not know that he had that Pokemon, actually. I don't think I really have anything that powerful against it either, so let's just swap out to Bendy, who's got our only fighting-type move now. I think Loba used to have Brick Break, but I got rid of it. So now all we've got is Low Kick, which might not have been my smartest decision in hindsight, but hopefully Tauros is nice and thick and can take some good damage from Low Kick, because otherwise it might be in a little pickle. But the Double Edge coming out, that of course has some recoil damage, so that'll add to our low kicking powers, and yeah, not going to be quite enough. But if he goes for another Double Edge, which he is, he's actually going to basically, whoa, never mind, the critical hit? What? I thought he was going to take himself down because low kick would have definitely been able to finish it off with that little bit of HP that it's got left now. But apparently Tauros had other plans as he gets the critical hit on us there. Kind of annoying. And I'm guessing that Hau is going to go for a full restore now. So actually it may just be time, guys, to finally try out our own Z move, the Lycanium Z. And okay, Hau, you're going to ruin my fun, huh? I was getting all hyped up there, but no, he's got a full restore real quick. Anyway, here we go, guys. The first Z move that we're using in the Pokemon League, and that is basically the Z power right here. Gonna destroy the Tauros. I would have been a little disappointed if we didn't, though, after how epic that Z move was. But Hau's next Pokemon is going to be his starter Pokemon, actually, Incineroar here. El Tigre making a comeback. Now, other than me being Mo-Lane, I've also kind of talked about how I see a lot of myself in Hau as a rival and as a Pokemon trainer, because his persona or his character in these games is kind of like how I treat the Pokemon world when I'm doing these playthroughs. I consider myself kind of to be the underdog, happy-go-lucky kid that knows he's very strong but doesn't necessarily believe in himself at all times. And to see him finally unlock that potential and even take down Loba here with Incineroar is just so awesome to see. It's almost like we're actually playing the rival in this game, and Hau is us from the original Sun and Moon playthrough. I know this is getting a little confusing, so I'll stop talking about my made-up or fan fiction theories or whatever. Let's send out Navy, our very own starter Pokemon, which is a little bit unfortunate for Hau because, of course, he picked the starter Pokemon weak to ours. So, gonna go for the full restore, but I don't think that's gonna save you from the sparkling Aria. So one more time, Navy, let that hair loose, and bam! El Tigre is gonna be going down. It's kind of unfair, or I feel like I shouldn't call him El Tigre, because El Tigre is just chilling in the PC right now, back in Pokemon Sun. Probably wondering why the heck I keep saying his name, but I'm just talking about Hau's Incineroar. Anyway, next Pokemon coming out is actually going to be Leafeon, and even though we have Ice Beam, I don't know why I decided to stay in on Navy, because Leafeon definitely got some powerful grass moves, and oh, we also have Choice Specs. Kind of forgot about that little detail, so definitely going to have to switch it out here. And actually, let's go for our own Leafeon. I feel like every time Hau sends his Leafeon, we end up sending out Darwin, because it's just so cool, the fact that we both have Leafeon too, and he picked Incineroar, which was my original starter choice in Alola. I don't know, I guess I just see a lot of myself in Hau. Anyway, we do have the X-Scissor, which is kind of the counter to Leafeon, or I guess all grass-type Pokemon, so a little bit unfair, or I guess unbalanced here in between our two Leafeons, because mine does have the super effective attack, and actually Hau takes note of that and switches out to Crabominable. What? I don't think I've ever seen, well, basically anybody in these Pokemon games actually switch out. Like, that is definitely a rare sighting, and it looks like we're going to have to switch out because of it, but we do have Primarina still, and since, we're switching out, now we can use a different attack with Choice Specs, and I have a feeling this Crabominable will not like a Moonblast to the face, so let's do exactly that as he hits us with something. But yeah, Primarina can tank up basically anything this guy's got, Ice and Fighting type, so both of those can't really do anything to Primarina. The Moonblast can definitely do something to him though, and that's it for Crabominable. A little throwback from his old grandpa Hala, you know? I like that actually. I was wondering why the heck he had Crabominable, because it doesn't really fit how I feel like all of his Pokemon are like kind of smallish but powerful. Speaking of, I don't know why I stayed in again on the Leafeon, but it's gonna take down Navy, and wow, I guess it's actually kind of coming down to it. Hau's got 2 Pokemon left and we've got 3, but one of ours is actually a very beat up Nani right now, so can't really rely on her. But we still have the X-Scissor on Leafeon, or on Darwin, so we should be able to handle Hau's Leafeon no problem. Whoa, that actually did a lot less damage than I thought. Probably because he went for Charm, actually. Yeah, that would make sense. But one more X-Scissor should finish it off, and wow, really? Okay, Hau's Leafeon is just trolling us at this point, and he goes for the full restore. Wow, boys, this is just too much right now. I feel like I've wasted way too much time fighting this Leafeon, with Darwin specifically, so this is Darwin's victory to take, okay? I'm not letting you have it, whatever Hau's Leafeon is called. I am taking the victory. as I rightfully deserve it. Tanking up one more Leaf Blade there, and hopefully this X-Scissor can finally do it. There we go. How's Leafeon goes down, and now we get to know what his last Pokemon is, and it is Noivern. Huh. Did not expect that one, but it may actually be the perfect Pokemon for our final team member to take on, Sticky, who didn't really get to show off too much in this Elite Four run, but maybe can wrap it up for us in a nice way here, taking on How's very own Dragon Pokemon. And actually at the very beginning of this playthrough, I think I did use a Noibat for a little bit, so that's kind of cool that he has one as well. Or I guess the evolution of it. Going for the Dragon Pulse. Oh geez, that means Sticky's probably dead, huh? Yeah. Should have probably expected that one, because Noivern is a very fast Pokemon. And now things are getting a little tricky, actually, as we've only got Nani and Darwin left. And Darwin definitely can't take any hits from this guy. Like, it's definitely got at least one flying move. So let's just go for the Shadow Bone and hope that Nani is enough. Oh, geez, it's got Dark Pulse too? Okay. Nani survives it, though, and flinches. Are you kidding me? Alright, then I guess we're gonna have to revive Primarina one last time. I mean, it's only appropriate that we end off the last battle with our starter Pokemon, right? Like, was there really any other way this could have ended? Navy's still at half HP though, so I guess I've got to secure the victory here. Make sure that we actually win. So I'm going to send out Darwin and just full restore up Navy so that we can, you know, actually finish this battle, you know? But yeah, there's the Air Slash, of course, going to take down Darwin. And that means that one last Pokemon is left on our team. It all comes down to this, guys. One-on-one, Navy versus Noivern. And there's really not much to say here, so let's just hit Ice Beam and wrap up this battle. Unless it somehow gets a flinch with Air Slash, I'm gonna cry. Okay, never mind. Ice Beam is gonna hit, and that is it for How's Noivern. And that is it for How, and that is it for the Pokemon League. We're gonna keep moving forward by staying at full power all the time. Aw, it's okay, How. You don't have to cry. We managed to pull off something pretty amazing when my partners and I were all in sync and wanting the same thing. But looks like we're still one step away from being the strongest trainer and team. But you know what's funny? Even though we lost, that was more exciting than any other battle I've ever had till now. Everything's all mixed up inside me. It was so fun and so frustrating and just... yup, it was just awesome. Really? Amazing. You and How are both amazing, Orange. It's like I told you before, the strongest moves you can use are the ones a trainer and their Pokemon choose together in the heat of the moment when it really counts. And you just proved me right. Congrats, cousin. You're a champion we can all be proud of. Thank you, Kukui, and thank you all so much for joining me on this journey as we're almost done here. But I told you, didn't I, up there on Mount Hokulani? Man, the Pokemon and the trainers in Alola really are the best. I want everyone in the world to know that too. That's always been my dream. And right here, right now, it finally came true! And it's all thanks to you, Orange, you and your Primarina! Yes, me and Navy, through thick and thin, we were able to pull through over 6 months in the making with this playthrough, and I can't believe we finally made it, guys, but this is the end of Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon. I'm so happy I got to see that flamin' hot battle here, right where my dreams came true. And now, Orange, first ever champion of the Alola Pokemon League, it's time we record you and your beloved team's achievement for eternity. What, there's no Hall of Fame around here? What are you talking about? Where are we going, Kukui? Congratulations to Alola's first ever champ. Oh my gosh, we did it, guys. And we get to celebrate with the team. We got Navy, the Primarina, Darwin, the Leafeon, Loba, the Lycanroc, Nani, the Alolan Marowak, Sticky, the Naganadel, and of course, Bendy, the Crocodile. And that wraps up our team for Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon, and that will actually wrap up this playthrough as well. So thank you all so much for watching once again. Even though this was probably the toughest playthrough on my channel ever to complete, and not because of the game at all, just a lot of personal issues and life changes that I've been making have made this really some of the toughest times to go through here on the channel. So I really appreciate all of you that have stuck with me and continue to support, even though it's been kind of a rocky road throughout this playthrough. But we finally made it, guys. We completed Ultra Sun and Moon, but there is still some pretty cool stuff to check out in the post-game that I've kind of been looking forward to this entire playthrough. So look forward to more episodes coming out soon, as well as the start of a brand new series, which actually should have already started. So I'll be taking a small break from this game, and then we'll be back to take on the post-game, the Rainbow Rocket episode, which just looks so insane that I can't wait to experience it with you guys. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you stuck around for this whole playthrough somehow, I really appreciate it. Like, you guys have no idea, but those of you that support me through thick and thin are really the best, and I appreciate y'all so much. So thank you for watching again, and I will see you in the next one.